What's up, issue? For today's video, we're my full Shellos evolution team. Now, Shellos has got the East and the West forms, and I'll be adding the Shellos and the Gastrodon together to make up this evolution team of 4. Maybe in the future we'll get a North and South. What do you people think? Maybe 4th gen remix we'll get another one? I don't know. If you want to follow me on Twitch, make sure you do. That's where I do all my live Pokemon themed teams, Pokemon sweeps, shiny hunts, and other games. A link in the description. Today we've got 2 battles with this team, and it was quite a difficult team to do because I was very, very weak to grass, especially when I had both the other Gastrodons, 4 times weak, and then babies, 2 times weak. So it definitely didn't make things easy at all. We got a battle. This one's against Kottmeistern, and we got a grass Pokemon League, which is a Stalli. So I was a little bit scared of what this Stalli set was actually going to be, because it could just honestly come in here with Absorb and just wipe my entire team. So we got my Gastrodon. This one is my physical attacker. So we got Choice Banded set. We got Max Health and Max Attack, Earthquake, Waterfall, Stone Edge, and Body Slam. It got some pretty good attack after you gave it a Choice Band. And, Gastrodon, it's got some really nice bulk to it as well. So Stalli, instead of going for a grass move, well, it did go for a grass move, but it went for a grass status move, which is Worry Seed. So it's going to give me the ability Insomnia. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. And Stalli is, of course, going to dodge my attack, so that kind of sucks. So I went for Stone Edge, and it's going to miss. I thought Stone Edge with Choice Band would do some, decent damage. Now Stalli is going to go for a Holdback. I haven't seen this is the first time in Generation 8 I've seen the move Holdback used, and Stone Edge does very, very underwhelming damage, unfortunately. It's about a 4-hit KO, which is like super sad because I'm running a Choice Band set. Next move it's going to be using is Water Pulse there. So I get the set now. If the Stalli came across a Storm Drain Gastrodon, it could get rid of its ability with Insomnia and hit it with Water Pulse. So very, very interesting sort of Stalli set here. And the last move it's got is Last Resort. So we hold back, Worry Seed, hold back, Last Resort, and Water Pulse. So a very, very interesting Stalli set there for sure. So I can go for another Stone Edge here. I've already used up 4 of them already because the first one did miss. I'm going to be going for a Stone Edge right here. Hopefully it's going to actually land against Stalli, or else I'm going to go down to a Worry Seed Stalli. And let me tell you what, I'm very worried about that. So I'm going to land that last Stone Edge on the Stalli, and it's going to go down. But that was a wacky Stalli set, I will say. Very cool by getting around the so if I did have Storm Drain, that would have got around it very nicely. So the next Pokemon is Blissey. I'm thinking right here, okay, what am I going to predict this time? What's this set going to be? A physical one? So it's going to outspeed me and go for the Earthquake. It is a physical set, and it actually used one of the moves that my Gastrodon had, which is quite funny. So down goes one of my Gastrodon. Now I was thinking, okay, I'm going to be a little bit of a troll here and send in my Shellos. Shellos East. Sorry, I get my East and West mixed up. So this set was kind of interesting. We got Curse, Recover, Dive, and Fissure. Max Health and Max Special Defense. So pretty much what I did here is I could go for Curse and Curse up as many times as possible. And Shellos actually gets very, very tanky. So Blissey's going to go for a Gravity there. So I'm like, oh, okay, what's going to happen now? There's definitely going to be like a low accuracy move being used, anytime soon. So I'm going to be dropping my defense and raising my attack here. I was very tempted to use Fissure, but I thought, nah, I want to get my bulk up a little bit before I actually start spamming Fissure. Right. Now, I've got Dive on here as well, which is going to be the best stab that Shellos actually has, only being a mono water type. So Blissey's going to be a physical set, go for a Mega Kick, Gravity, Mega Kick, Physical Blissey, only on PIMPNITE channel, people, and I'm going to be going for a Curse here. It was a good thing that I was running a Curse Shellos because that Mega Kick would be hitting super hard. Now, obviously, my item is the Everlight, and the ability is Sticky Hold. On a lot of, I think almost all of these Pokemon, I ran Sticky Hold on. It was quite good. I did differ a little bit on some of the Gastrodons, but both my Shellos were running Sticky Hold as ability because I had the Everlight right. So Blissey's going to be swapping out here, and Coughing is going to be coming in. Now, I actually went for the Fissure on the swap here, and I'm going to go for Fissure, and it's going to land on Coughing. I was like, damn, it actually landed, and Coughing is going to go down in one shot. Well, I won't be doing any more coughing and wheezing anymore. So we've taken 2 Pokemon out, a Coughing and a Stalli. I mean, Coughing was a real threat, and I'm thinking, what Pokemon is going to come in next? Are we going to have the Blissey, or are we going to have another Pokemon that I was kind of very, very interested to see what is going to happen? Now, once again, remember, I did use Fissure right before, and this is actually where the battles start to turn around, right? So Purrloin is going to come in here. It's like, okay, Purrloin, that's not going to be able to do too much damage to me. It might go for a status type move. Let's go for a Fissure, right? And then it's going to go for Copycat. And you know what's going to happen there, people. It's going to copy the last move used, which was Fissure. And Fissure is going to get used on my Shellos, taking me out in one shot. This can't be happening. So I lost my Shellos. I've only got a Shellos and a Gastrodon left. So like, okay, let's swap in my next Shellos, right? This was my Recover Acid Armor Infestation Toxic Shellos. I was like, okay. Well, I can go for a Toxic and Infestation here. I should easily be able to take this out and set up Acid Armors. Now, Purloin, of course, is going to go for another Copycat, and it's going to copy the last move used, which is Fissure again, and Fissure's going to land again. Oh, man, I'm getting very unlucky at the moment. So both my Shellos has got fissured out of this world. Well, actually inside of this world. So the gravity is going to wear off now, and I've only got one more Pokemon left, and I've still got 4 more Pokemon to deal with here. So this is my best set here. This is my special attacking Gastrodon. This has the most chance of actually doing something. I mean, those Shellos weren't bad, but they took a lot of boosting up with Curse and things like that. So we're going to be running a special attacking Gastrodon here. Now, this Gastrodon is max health and max special attack. I didn't bother to make any of these fast at all, even with like Choice Scarf and stuff that were like absurdly slow, and they really couldn't do any damage at all. So I ran Earth Power, Clear Smog, Hydro Pump, and Ice Beam, and the ability was Sand Force as well, and the item was Quick Claw. Now, obviously I put Clear Smog in there, so when I went Dynamax right, I could boost its special attack, and, you know, say if the opponent was actually boosting up my stats, I could go for Clear Smog as well. So we're going to be going for a Max Ooze there. The Purloin actually went for the Endure. It's not even going to need Endure, and I'm going to get a +1 in special attack, which is good. So my plan here was I need to get as many special attack boosts as possible, and then try and sweep the rest of these Pokemon. Now, there was a Blissey left. I was a little bit worried about that. Purloin's going to go for another Endure, trying to stall out my Dynamax there. I'm going to be going for another Max Ooze, and that's going to give me +2 in special attack, which is good. Now, I've got +2 in special attack, and I've got one more turn of Dynamax left too, so I can either go for a... I'm thinking, right, I should go for a Hydro Pump here, because that'll actually put the rain on the field, and that'll further make Hydro Pump's damage when I'm out of Dynamax, you know, a lot more powerful. So, like, Max Geyser, and then Hydro Pump after that. So, the next Pokemon is Munchlax. I was like, okay, Munchlax, this thing is going to be very bulky, Everlight. I could go for a Max Ooze, or I could go for Max Geyser. I thought about this for a little while. I was like, no, let's go for the Max Geyser, get that rain up on the field, and at least my Hydro Pump after this would still hit very, very hard too. So go for that one. Does a lot of damage. Munchlax just hangs on the tiniest little bit of health. I would have loved to say 1 health, people, but it didn't happen. And now the rain is going to be starting to fall. So Munchlax is going to be eating a berry here, and that's actually going to be a Staff Berry, which is going to boost its speed by 2. Now it's going to use Recycle, and that Staff Berry that's actually going to get recycled over again is going to pop all over again. So it's going to get a random boost here, and guess what? It gets +4 in speed, like, on the spot. So Munchlax is, you know, is going to be able to outspeed my Gastrodon pretty easy. I mean, real talk, even if Munchlax got +6 in speed, it'll probably still get outsped by something. Let's be real. So I can go for Earth Power, I can go for a Clear Smog, anything's going to take it out. An Ice Beam. Like, any of these moves are going to be able to take it up. I was a little bit curious that it may actually use something like Rest, and it did use Rest. I thought to go for Hydro Pump, but I thought, no, in case it doesn't use Rest, I'll just go for Earth Power, right? So Munchlax is going to be going to sleep there. It's got +4 in speed too. I was kind of, I was sort of like, it's probably better than getting +4 in attack, right? Because if it got +4 in attack, that would be doing lots of damage to me. So Earth Power still does a lot of damage to the Munchlax. Munchlax is going to be remaining asleep here. However, it does have Snore here, so it's going to be able to flinch my Gastrodon. Now, when you go for an attack there, obviously I'm going to get flinched, so I couldn't do anything. So now I can go for Earth Power. Munchlax could attack me again, but I'm going to get a Quick Claw activation. That's going to allow me to outspeed the Munchlax and take it out, which was really, really nice there. You know, Munchlax could have easily attacked me again, and then maybe it could have gone for a Rest again to stall out the rain. So we've got 2 more Pokemon. We've got a Blissey and 1 other remaining Pokemon. Now, there was one Pokemon I was very scared of, and you'll probably laugh and see what the Pokemon is, but it was quite scary, people. So we got Blissey, and Blissey is a very bulky and special defense. I've got Hydro Pump left, and I've got Earth Power. So I thought, depending on how bulky this Bliss, even if it's got nothing in special defense, it's still going to be reasonably bulky. So Bliss is going to go for the Mega Kick there. I'm going to go for Hydro Pump. It is going to land. I've got +2, and it's in the rain. So I thought, okay, this should do some pretty reasonable damage, and it does. So it's a clear 2-hit KO. Now, Blissey is, there's a chance it's definitely going to live the Hydro Pump, or it might just be enough to take it out. So I thought, okay, I might cut my losses here and go for the Earth Power. Even if the Blissey does, you know, attack me the next turn, I'll be happy to rather, like, miss a Hydro. If I miss a Hydro Pump, then I'm still going to land, like, another 2 Earth Power. So I'll just play it safe and go for Earth Power here and try and take Blissey out on the next turn. So I knew Blissey would live this one, and it's got a berry too, so I'm like, oh, not another berry, but it's going to be a Leechy berry instead, so its attack is going to rise. So I've got Earth Power here, and there's one other Pokemon left, and it's going to go for Mega Kick, and Mega Kick is going to miss. I feel like Mega Kick should still get, like, you know, high jump kicks treatment, right? You miss and you take some recoil damage. It's still a big kick, right? I mean, high jump kick, fair enough, like, you launch yourself. But I feel like Mega Kick, you'd be launching yourself too. Like, I'm just trying to think in real life here. Go for a Mega Kick. Like, you'd have to be some sort of recoil. If you try and Mega Kick someone and you miss, you'd have to sort of go flying and, you know, whack your leg on the floor or something. Okay, so the last Pokemon is a threat. They have not Dynamax yet. It's a Rowlet, and it's going to be Dynamax Rowlet. So at this stage, Gastrodon is probably going to be destroyed by an Absorb, and all I can do is pretty much go for a super... I could go for a super effective Clear Smog here, or Ice Beam. I decided to go for the Ice Beam because I kind of needed the damage, right? So I was wondering if Rowlet would have Focus Sash or anything like that. I was hoping it didn't, so I went for Ice Beam. Rowlet is going to go for a Grass type move. I was like, okay, I am pretty low on health, and I'm not super tanky. This is probably going to take me out, and unfortunately for my Gastrodon, it is going to go down to the Dynamax Rowlet. But what a cool battle, and some very unique sets there. I will say this, the thing that messed me over the most in this battle was the Purloin of Copycat landing all those fissures in a row. That was very detrimental to my team. I literally lost all my tanky Pokemon right there. I might have been able to tank out this Rowlet in Dynamax if that wasn't the case. Thank you for the battle, Kottmeistern. That was a really cool team. And let's get on to battle number 2. Now, battle number 2 was against Stalli, and I can tell you what, his name definitely suited this battle. So, we got a theme team here as well. You'll probably be able to guess what that is pretty soon. Wait, that's I was thinking of another battle. This is a different team. So we got a Pinsir lead here. So, okay, Pinsir. Now, Pinsir has got a very weak to Stone Edge right now. I was running my physical Gastrodon set. So I've got this Stone Edge Choice Band set. I can just go for Stone Edge. That's going to be super effective. Pinsir has okay defense, so I was wondering what it was going to be. And then it went for Guillotine. I'm like, oh no, I've had enough of these one-hit KO moves. I've seriously had enough of them. And the Pinsir is going to go down. You're probably thinking, you know, what sort of team they're running, but then you look at Pinsir's name and it sort of gives it away, right? It's a full Pinsir team, so I was thinking, okay, is Pinsir 2 going to slide in, or is it going to be Pinsir 5? I don't really know if they're going to be staying alive. Now, I've taken one out. I thought, if there's 6 Pinsirs, right, Stone Edge is going to do heaps and heaps of damage to them, even in Dynamax, right? And it's going to be able to struggle to take me out in one shot. It's a good thing. I guess it's sort of a good thing that there's no Megas around, because there's not going to be a Mega Pinsir, right? So Pinsir 2 is going to slide in here. I'm going to go for a Stone Edge once again. The only thing I was thinking of, I will take some sort of damage from these Pinsirs, and you know, I could actually run out of Stone Edges too if I miss a lot. So this Pinsir is going to obviously be a support style Pinsir. It's going to go for Toxic. So like, okay, I really want to hit this right now before I lose like a lot of my health. And Stone Edge is going to land, but man, the Pinsir actually tanks that really well. So now I'm thinking, does Pinsir have any forms of recovery? Has it got like a classic Rest, Sleep Talk, PIMPNITE set, or is it just going to be going for like Toxic and little bits of damage, right? And yes, it's going to have Rest. I was like, bugger, that sucks. However, I do know that I can take it out in 2 shots. So say if it goes to sleep now, then I can land the Stone Edge, and then I can land one after that before, you know, Pinsir actually wakes up. So hitting it with another Stone Edge, yeah, it does actually a lot more damage than the first one did. And the only problem is Gastrodon is taking some poison damage. Now, I could swap out here, but I feel like this is the best chance I got of actually taking this Pinsir out, because all the other ones are going to require some sort of like boost, right? I mean, the Gastrodon special one could be okay, but even then, it's going to take a couple of Hydro Pumps to actually take this thing out. So I thought, may as well keep my Gastrodon in here. I could take 2 Pinsirs out. You know, that'll be pretty nice, right? So Pinsir is going to be going for a Sleep Talk here. And I was hoping it got Rest, but it got Toxic again. So like, okay, that's fine. I'm already poisoned. I'm going to go for the Stone Edge here. It doesn't miss, and the second Pinsir is going to be going down. So I was very happy with that result, taking 2 Pinsir out. Now the thing was, can I take one more Pinsir out before my Gastrodon goes down? I knew, just judging on the damage that Toxic was doing to me, I could probably take one more hit, possibly some Toxic damage, and then Gastrodon would go down. So I was really trying to get that last KO. So Pinsir 17 is going to come out. Man, has this guy got 17 different Pinsir set, or is it just like a meme from Street? So I'm going to go for Stone Edge here. I've only got 4 of them left too, and there's 4 Pokemon left. I wonder what the other 3 are. So I can go for Stone Edge here, and they're going to go for a Hyper Beam. Hyper Beam Pinsir. Now, Hyper Beam, Pinsir's special is very shallow too, extremely shallow. I can tell you from first-hand experience. hits me pretty hard, but doesn't take me out. And now my Stone Edge is going to land on Pinsir 17, and Pinsir is going to go down in one shot. So Gastrodon single-handedly takes out 3 Pinsir. However, after taking that big Hyper Beam damage and the added effects of the Toxic, Gastrodon is going to go down. But that was good, right? But that was definitely the Pokemon that could do the most damage to a full Pinsir team, right? My other options were like Fissure, and then I really had my my Gastrodon set, my other bulky boosting ones. So we're going to be sending in Shellos this time. Shellos has Fissure, and I thought, okay, it's about time I got some luck with Fissure, right? If I get some Fissure off, that'll be great. I might be able to bury one Pinsir with me, right? So Pinsir's going to go for a Focus Energy. It's going to be a critting set. So I'm like, okay, there's no point right now to start going for Curses because it's going to get around my Curse defensive boost, right? So I thought, okay, I've got to bury this thing with either basically Fissure is my only option, or I could like try and boost my attack with Curse, but I thought, nah, there's no point, and it's going to be a physical set with X-Scissor. X-Scissor does a lot of damage here. Now, I don't have any investment at all in defense. I'm running a special defense one. I actually thought of running a defensive one on Shellos, but it didn't have the greatest capacity on the special side. I would have had to run something like, you know, max health, max defense, and amnesia. Then I wouldn't be able to do too much damage at all. So unfortunately, all my Fissures are going to miss, and Shellos is going to go down. And that's really bad. Poor Shellos got like both of these battles, it got wrecked in them. So now we got the Pinsir with a Moxie. I'm like, oh god, that's really bad. I've got to take this Pinsir out, right? Pinsir with the Moxie is very scary. So going to my Gastrodon head, this is my special set. And I'm thinking right now, I probably have to Dynamax, and I probably better go for a Max Geyser to take this thing out. I could go for a Max Ooze to try and boost my special attack, but I would be taking some crits from X-Scissor, so I really need to do a lot of damage to this thing and maybe take it out as soon as I can. So go for that Dynamax Gastrodon here. I still have the Shellos in the back. That is the Recover Acid Armor set with Infestation and Toxic. So if there are any other physical Pinsers in the back, there could be. I mean, if I get a couple of Acid Armors up and I've got access to Recover, they're really not going to be doing lots of damage, and I'm running a special defensive set too. So I was quite confident if one of those come up, I had an answer for that. So Pinsir, instead of going for that, is going to go for a Quick Attack. A Quick Attack is going to crit me, and I'm going to go for a Max Geyser. Maybe they thought I was running like a Choice Scarf Gastrodon set. I mean, I wouldn't put it past me either, right? So go for the I nearly said Hydro Cannon then, and we're going to be putting the Rain on the fields, which is really nice. So Max Geyser is going to put the Rain on the field and take out the 4th Pinsir. Whenever I say that, I always think of Hydro Cannon. I don't know why. I guess it's the animation's kind of similar, but on a smaller scale. So I've taken 4 Pinsers out, but we know there's 2 more Pinsers left right now. I've got 2 more turns of Dynamax. I can pretty much just start going for, just continue going for my attack. I could go for a Max Clear Smog and boost my special attack, but I thought Pinsir doesn't have enough bulk to be able to withstand Max Geysers in the rain. Like, even if it's a very, very tanky set, it is going to do like an enormous amount of damage, right? So the 5th Pinsir is coming in here. I was thinking about it for a long while what to do, then I decided just to attack, right? Now Pinsir is going to go for a Substitute, so I'm like, bugger, that's not good, because what Pinsir is going to do, right, it's going to be able to outspeed me, and it's going to be able to stall out my Dynamax. Now, my only hope now to get around a Substitute Pinsir, right, would be for me to get a Quick Claw activation when the Pinsir's already taken some Substitute damage. Like, in this case, Pinsir was very, very vulnerable, right? Now, it's got leftovers as the item, so I'm thinking, okay, it's definitely going to be a bulky Pinsir set. It may even be like max health and max special defense. I don't even know, but I feel like one attack from this will do a lot of damage, because definitely when you compare it to special defense and defense, right? So Pinsir, I know that's probably going to outspeed me. Quick Claw chance is only 10%, so it's going to get another Substitute up. I guess the only good thing about this, it is actually using some of its health off in the cost of actually stalling out my Dynamax. So going for another Max Geyser on the Pinsir. I was a little bit scared to go for any other move than that, because I thought if I don't break the sub, I'm then going to have to deal with that Substitute the turn after my Dynamax runs out. And I don't really want to allow this Pinsir to have the Substitute up, right? In case, I don't know, whatever strategy that's running. So Pinsir 69 almost has half its health locked off, right? Almost half it. So now my Gastrodon is going to be back to normal. Remember, they have not Dynamax either. So I was thinking, are they going to Dynamax the turn, or are they going to leave it to their final Pinsir? So I can go for a Hydro Pump here in the rain. It will do a lot of damage. I'm sort of curious what this is going to be. It's going to go for the knockoff. Unfortunately there, I don't have Sticky Hold. That would have been a great time to actually have Sticky Hold so I can retain my Quick Claw, but I didn't. Firing off that Hydro Pump at the Pinsir, and that does a whopping amount of damage, taking pincer 69 out. So there's only one more pincer left now, and I've got a Shellos in the back, and I've got my Gastrodon too, and it's still raining, so, you know, I've got some pretty good advantages at the moment. So pincer 666 is going to come in, and it's a shiny set. So I'm like, okay, here's going to be the Dynamax pincer for sure. Like, I wonder what sort of set it's going to be. Now, I could go for Hydro Pump. I was kind of doubtful whether I was going to be able to live the next attack. Like, this thing was definitely going to Dynamax or hit me with something really hard. But instead of doing either one of those things, it's going to be go for Endure. I'm like, oh, God. I think I know what sort of set is coming my way, right? The disadvantage about this team was they were all very slow Pokemon too, so my opponent didn't really ever have to worry about speed. They really only had to worry about attack, you know? So the Pizza is going to be living on 1 health, and now it's got the Salic Berry, so that's not going to really change things too much. I'm more thinking, I was actually kind of more scared if I had like Lychee Berry, right? So now I'm either thinking it's going to go for Flail or it's going to go for Reversal, and both those moves are going to do an enormous amount of damage to me. Gastrodon has already lost half its health already, so I'm in a little bit of a bother there, right? So it's going to go for a Flail. I'm like, bugger, Gastrodon's definitely going to go down to that one. So goodbye, Gastrodon. It critted me. I don't think the crit actually mattered there. With it, you know, with Pincers' good attack and the power of Flail, and now it's going to Moxie up. All I've got left is my my Shellos now. So what with my Shellos, right? I need to get up some Acid Armors, and I need to recover off. And I was thinking, okay, I've got a special offensive set. Is it going to be able to withstand flails that I can get a couple of Acid Armors off and then go for the recover, right? It'll yet to be determined. Unfortunately, Pincer is going to go for a flail, and poor Shellos is not going to be able to live that one. But a very cool team there. 6 Pincers. Both really interesting battles. Even though I didn't win, I had a lot of fun with this team, and hope you enjoyed it. Peace out.